I'm with Target and welcome to the Formula 1 show report for the Korean Grand Prix. Yet again this weekend we were provided with a horrifically dull race. I don't let the wacky last 10 laps for you. It was awful. All throughout the race I couldn't help but thinking, I can't believe I got out of bed for this crap. And with that I'll remind you teams and drivers not to blame me if I call your name out. I'd have put you on this list. You'd put you on this list. Let it begin. At number 5, Nico Rosberg. There he was Sunday, happily driving along, just minding his own business, when suddenly his nose fell off. What he should have done was get out of the way to allow teammate Lewis Hamilton to go after Sebastian Vettel, although it may have been a very, very long shot for Lewis to catch him. But no, Nico carried on and actually continued racing. Surely if you're a driver of his calibre and you see your nose drop and sparks start flying down the side of your car, does it not occur to you that maybe something isn't right and that you should slow down? Shame, Nico. At number 4, the race stewards. A more recent installation into F1 is that when the safety car is out, the back markers can overtake the safety car and drive around to join the back of the queue. It's a nice concept. It allows the back markers to unlap themselves and also gets rid of some of the clutter at the front so that the guys at the top can start racing as soon as the safety car comes in. However, it works better in theory than in practice. It means that we get a few more boring laps of crawling behind the safety car, plus the race stewards then started to investigate back markers for speeding behind the safety car. The whole point of it is that they can hurry up and join the back of the queue. How are they supposed to do that if you're going to punish them for driving fast? Shame! At number 3, Lady Luck, who once again seemed determined to make sure that Mark Webber has as miserable a finish to his F1 career as possible. After being demoted to 13th for his bullcrap penalty for getting a lift from Alonso in Singapore, Webber fought excellently through the field and was looking good for an excellent recovery drive to a podium. But then Christian Horner began stabbing his Mark Webber voodoo doll, and in the next couple of laps, the Aussie's race fell apart. First, he got a puncture after Sergio Perez's tyre exploded directly in front of him, and on the next lap, Adrian Sutil lost control of his car and whacked the side of Webber, and then set alight. The amount of bad luck Webber has, it just feel awful for him. Plus, he has to suffer while his jammy get-him-a teammate leads all but 3 laps, 2 of which were in turn led by a Jeep. Get out of shame free this week goes to 2 drivers. First of all, Sauber man Nico Hülkenberg. Please, please, please Lotus pick this guy up for next year. He is for real. After out-qualifying his car into the top 10, he drove magnificently on Sunday to finish 4th. And while he's received plenty of praise in the past for his overtaking prowess, he must deserve some credit for his masterclass in defensive driving that he put on over the final few laps to keep Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso at bay. Yes, his car had better traction, but he put his car in the exact perfect spot in order to keep them off, and he showed incredible fight to hold on to that place. The second get out of shame 3 goes to Kimi Räikkönen. Because of Vettel winning by 4 years and Hülkenberg's incredible drive, I feel it flew under the radar a little bit that Kimi drove from 9th to 2nd. As I pointed out on Twitter, Kimi Räikkönen might just be the best driver in F1 right now, and judging by the amount of retweets and favourites I got, I'm not the only one thinking that. At number 2, Sky Sports F1. For 2 weeks in a row now, as the race finishes, they cut back to Lazenby and the gang, raving on about what a magnificent race we just watched. F1 fans are not idiots. We know a good race when we see one, and we haven't seen one for quite some time. Apparently the people at Sky don't, as they confused good race with mental last 10 laps. Sky are making a futile attempt at trying to keep things interesting, when the majority of F1 fans have already turned to 2014, and hoping that Red Bull's dominance may finally come to a close. As for the rest of their coverage, I don't know, I didn't watch it. It was probably crap. And at number 1, the moment that for me epitomised the entire weekend. After Webber's fire, the TV cameras cut to the main straight leading down to turn 2. And there was a Jeep there. Just there, on the track. I was fully expecting it to pull over and for a small Asian man to get out and start perusing a map while his family sat bored and embarrassed in the car trying not to be noticed. But it turns out it was the fire marshals. Perhaps most disturbing is that the one person most bemused by the car being there was race director Charlie Whiting. A cock-up in communication with the race stewards led to one of the most farcical, carry-on film-like moments in recent F1 history. Well, at least it gave the multitude of fans in the crowd something to look at. Oh. I really hope Korea isn't on the calendar next year. Unless we go to a real track next week, we'll see you in Suzuka.